two great guests, Port of Call. Find out what's going on with these guys. And good morning.
Good morning.
And no change in the makeup of the council or the commission as of last night. You and Sue were both running unopposed.
Yeah.
So it was continuing on, and good service. You've been, this is your fourth term now? This will be the
second term, 8 years.
No, it's not. Really?
Yeah.
How long are the terms?
Yeah,
4.
You just got elected to your third, right?
I'm elected my third.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm in my second term.
Yeah. So January or whatever, we'll start your third term. Cool. Well, you guys have been doing a lot of great work. I know one of your goals at the very first time of this was 1,000 jobs or something at the port.
Yeah, that was one of my goals. We haven't got there yet. We're still
real
working.
Close.
We're getting there.
Getting close.
Every time you come in, you got great news to share with us. What's been going on?
I do have great news.
What is it?
Yesterday at 1 o'clock, our meeting was at 2 o'clock. State Auditor walked out of the office. She says, I got nothing.
You guys are great.
Yep.
Clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clean again.
It's a nice feeling. Huh?
It's a great feeling. So they're not officially done. They're done in our office. But so they'll write up their report. We'll have our exit interview. But yeah, feels good.
Yep.
And is this the same situation where in the past they've used paperwork that you've come up with as a metric for the rest of the ports and things like that?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Another good one.
You know, that's a tribute to our staff. These guys do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy and the staff, they're amazing. And we've had we've had 8 clean audits since I've been there.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many before that.
Well, because and maybe it's not officially 8, it would be 8, but we used to do like 3-year audits. So we have one for 3 years, and then
for 8 years though we've had clean audits.
That's hard to do. That's hard. That's great. Good job.
Yeah.
I know conduit work kind of along the runway is working.
Yep, they've started.
You start getting
Did
closer
you go out there?
and
You see them
closer.
out there working?
Yeah. They actually, because of the nice weather, they got a day ahead. So we were able to, like today is the day they're actually activating the temporary runway, which is the taxiway, and taking the runway out of service. So we've got like 6 NOTAMs, which are notice to airmen, up, so the pilots are aware. And so, but yeah, it's just transition. It was supposed to all happen tomorrow, but they're already a day ahead. So
one of the questions we were talking about yesterday here at the office was with the kind of delay in funding from the FAA on the work. Some of it can be done now, like we're talking about, but we'll have to wait till things warm up a little bit. Is that going to impact with the what is it, the sage grouse or whatever, the
lark?
The lark again?
It could, but
it potentially will. We're hopeful, and we're crossing our fingers that March is a beautiful weather window, and they can do their work then.
And that's an okay month to do that work?
April starts the nesting, starts the season, kind of, so to speak, and so it's April through August. So if we get delayed and weather is atrocious and we get snow in February or whatever we have, then we'll probably have to push it out till late August when they're flying away. That being said, that delay really affected a lot of things. We talked about it yesterday in our meeting that the contractor, knew about the delay, but, because of this now split in the project, they're not able to, mobilization has costs involved, painting, striping a runway to be, a taxiway to be a runway, and decommissioning, meaning striping and putting X's on the main runway. There's things that they'll have to do twice.
Wow.
And so we're paying for that, unfortunately. Luckily, the FAA pays for the majority of this project anyway, so I guess we can say we blame them, and they're paying for it.
But we're all taxpayers.
That's right. Yeah. And so it affects, our bottom line. The other thing that happens is whenever you spend more than $750,000 in any given year on a federal project, you get what's called a single audit. And so next year we'll get because we're going to spend about $1.2 million this year. So next year we'll get a single federal audit, and the year following we'll get a single because we'll spend it again when we do the actual paving.
Well, at least you guys are familiar with the process.
We know how to work audits. Yeah,
and that's the state auditor does it for the federal government. So it's still the same audit team that comes out, and so it's a little little more stringent in terms of they don't have the leeway to say, oh, I understand what you're saying. I get your process. It's, black and white.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'm going to a federal grants class. We went through one, I don't know, 7 years ago now or whatever. And we, did fine. But there's just, prevailing wage and suspension and debarment and all these things you have to do to keep your file straight.
Last week when you guys were on, we talked about some visitors to check out the curb sites. Was that within this last week, or was that upcoming?
It's happening next, it's the 19th.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's coming.
I look forward to hearing how that trucks out.
Yeah,
Well, we're looking
excited.
forward to having them come see us.
Show off.
Actually,
and show off.
The new executive director of WPPA, the Washington Public Ports, they had a transition and the deputy became the director, and he called yesterday and asked if he could actually attend as well. So we're having quite the contingency of state representatives.
Well, that's good. Show off what's going on.
Heck yeah. So
Wendy Smith and Dick Taylor, good to talk with you guys as always. We'll
too.
check back in next week.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Well, there's no rain in the forecast, so we'll
That's
see
right.
then.
There's no rain in the forecast.
It's